All right, who put that? You're muted.
You're muted now.
Of course.
Dude, unmute yourself. Then I will unmute you. Can I unmute? No, I can't even unmute.
Nope, it won't let me unmute him either.
Well, everybody, welcome to the
right.
Clubhouse. Yes, we paid the electrical bill. So
Shane forgot to pay his IT guy, so
yeah,
it's okay.
Shane didn't pay the IT guy. Hey, should we call Tank Radio in to help him?
Ooh, that's brave. That's brave. Al, you never cease to amaze.
Well, we can all just stand here and look at each other and throw gut punches at each other. But welcome to the Clubhouse, where it is Tuesday. Where did he go?
He's resetting his stuff. He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. So 3 finger salute. It's September 3rd, 2004. This is our 181st show. And
Good Lord, really?
Yeah, Steve, we've 181 times we've done this. You'd think by show 16 or 17, we would have said, this is crazy. This is,
No, but we've got all those people in green in the chat that
all right,
love and support us.
I need to
Can you hear me now?
No, we can't hear you.
Yes.
I need
Yes, we
to
can.
address look, hang on. I need to address FEP Labs, our buddy team. Last night's show was something that you guys have got to watch Ham Nuggets, because once again, Jim finds a treasure. I think it was at Huntsville, and it looked like it was hardly ever used. That's because it was probably broken or whatever. And I give these guys
Did Frank touch it?
Because
probably
I really had
He's good
fun.
at breaking stuff.
But I
Especially
had
that's not
fun
his.
watching them diagnose, detect, put under observation. I was getting ready to buy the man a pack of Newports. And someone else, and I think 45 Auto was getting ready to buy him a 6-pack of Diet Pepper.
Did they super chat him some cigarette money?
Well, it was all about the star. It was something about this star command that wasn't working. And then when the lights on, I think we were all clapping when but then it still wasn't doing.
Were they working on a clapper or what were they?
They were
Were they
working on
automating something?
It looked like an old AX25 board. I can't remember now.
Okay.
An old TK232, I think was the model number from the early 90s. That was for the rich people. The poor people like me, we had just a basic board, a basic plug and play. But I gotta tell you something, Jim and T.O. did a fantastic job. There were some guys who were being serious, other guys were slinging shit. That's it. TKT-1, which I don't even remember, Jim, and I'm old. I'm an old guy. I don't remember.
I still couldn't tell you what that is.
Yeah. It's a terminal node controller, TNC, and it's for doing AX25 packet and a whole bunch. I bet you could do some WeFax on it.
What is AX25?
It's
That's something that we don't do anymore.
Steve, help me out with the.
No, we still do it. It's the protocol that we use for like APRS and. Well, you're like Mike. You don't do APRS.
Yeah, you don't do
No, it's
APRS.
pointless.
Is it really?
Why do I want to show someone where my position is? Why do I want to have? You can go to APRS.fi and you can see where the fuck I've been all the week.
Hey, for the balloon, it makes sense.
No, well, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That makes sense. But I have a cell phone that has an app that
here we
transmits
go.
it back to my crew.
Yeah.
A youngin. Why do we need this? Why do we need this?
I used it in the balloon.
Millennials.
Sorry.
Millennials.
I'm not a millennial. I was born in 78.
Into this show. 8 minutes into this show, we're talking radio.
Well, I've only dropped one F-bomb and we're 8 minutes into the show. And the way my night's going, we may have to demonetize this stream. Just say.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Dude. I swear.
I'm only showing 6 minutes in, but okay.
So the timer is probably working as well as the gremlins in my damn computer.
Well, there was a gremlin, and I thought Jim was going to throw this board across the room. We were all
See,
with.
Jim feels my pain then.
The man had
is.
composure. The man had he was like a surgeon. He was like the surgeon who's like it's like doctor, I'm dropping. His blood pressure is dropping. Jim's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry
The only
about
one
it.
I know is doctor.
He's like nurse, knife, nurse, wrench.
Kurt says, "Buy a Mac, Shane. Less trouble that way." I agree. This because when I installed the web SDR or the SDR for the Flex Radio, and it installs like 7,000 drivers so that you can manipulate the audio, and it and my microphone software hate each other. It is battle royale from the moment that I turned it on. Like I get red everywhere as soon as I plug it in.
Yep.
Not to derail from ham talk.
Can I do my Hulk Hogan and my Macho Man impressions now? So it could be like WWF wrestling between. Oh yeah, Miss Elizabeth, come over here.
All right, have we thanked all of our folks in green?
No, we haven't done anything.
I mentioned them real quick.
All right, so we got to do this the correct way because these people are spending money on this train wreck. So
they don't want to hear WWF wrestling.
So all of you that are in green chat, thank you for your support. Maybe one of these days I'll get a new computer. A couple shout outs. Scout says, do we need to get Tio and Big Jim in for an impromptu nuggets? No, we got his story.
No.
Arthur, thanks for the 21 months. It's like playing cards with my brother's kids. Absolutely. Yep. Lucas Webster, thanks for the 8 months. Fantastic. Colt 45, Terry, member for 21 months. He is 3 months away from getting the coveted shield badge. For those that have been a channel member for 24 months. Ben Williams, member for 21 months as well. Getting close there. Grayman POTA, member for 12 months. Bob, K0PF, member for 21. Look at all these 21 months. Holy cow. You have to admire the train wreck that rolls on. Yes, indeed. You sure do. So thank you all for your support. Yeah. And thanks,
you got a few more.
The one person that I'm seeing them running in here. And thanks for the one person over in Twitch who has joined us tonight. Let me go back here. Mike, M2N2MAK, 21 months. Mike, I tried to get you on when you were out on POTA. I couldn't hear you. I tried 3 different stations to try to hear you, and I couldn't hear you on Steve in South Carolina, and I couldn't hear you on 2 stations up in New Hampshire. So that was great. But Jim, FAP Labs for 2 months, the most fun you can have with your pants on. I agree. Mike Smith,
have you tried
for 6
skydiving?
months. No, well, yeah, I did once, and decided I didn't really need to do it again. Once you've done it, gotta done it.
Yeah.
And I see more of them rolling in. I got a scroll wheel, man. Don N5SKT, member for 21 months. I said 300 bought at least 300 times. I agree. Ham Radio 2, Mike, thanks for the 4 months. Greg, thanks for the 5 months. Appreciate the support. N8YO says, star, damn it.
Yep.
Pretty
That says
much.
it all.
Member for 10 months. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Really, really appreciate it.
SKT was 100% right last night.
Yep.
So many times.
Yeah. And Shane, I don't know if you noticed, but I've got the RIT turned on my station because I am off by 0.14
Yes, about
I did
KCs.
notice that when I was tuning around, that I would tune to their frequency, and I was like, that doesn't sound quite right.
he had the audacity to tell me I was off frequency.
Oh,
My brother tells me I'm off frequency. Listen,
I said it was off frequency. I don't know if it was you or me. Apparently, it's
you
me.
said I play back the tape, Johnny Olsen or whatever. I was at a POTA park, and this guy says you're off.
you're a little off frequency there, buddy.
I wanted to say, go back. Are we on 80 meters, sir?
Right. Yeah, thanks for the $10 super chat. That's a way to get things rolling. We pay for the train wreck and the squirrel herding.
There you
We
go.
got to keep that in mind, the squirrel herding. Some used to call it like herding cats, but I like squirrel herding better.
Yep. Did you catch Steve's comment or his shout out there?
The member for 14 months. If I
14 months.
miss them, I'm going to get, I just said 14 months. If I miss them, I'll recap them at the end of the stream to make sure I don't miss them because I can see them in a nice, pretty line over here on the YouTubes. So,
Yep.
Izzo, I tried getting you too. I couldn't hear you as well. I think I was a little too close for the bands that you were.
If you don't
were working
zero
on.
beat my frequency, it's not going to happen.
Well, don't try on my radio because it ain't gonna zero beat.
Right.
Hang on, FEP. Look at this. Look at.
Hold on, we got a new
Breaking
member.
news.
New member.
We got Keith. Welcome to the QR Zombie Club.
Welcome.
And we got Jason. Thanks for being a member for 14 months. And then Mr. Jim.
Jim.
I think goat rope. I thought in my head I read that with an A in it. It's probably a good explanation. Thanks for the $25 super chat. We really appreciate it.
Shane, go have another drink.
No, right? I looked at that. I had to do a double take, and I think my brain saw the A in FEP radio. I was like, "What? No, no, not gonna say that. Not gonna say that."
Those gremlins are messing with you again, aren't they?
Dude, I'm frazzled. I'm telling you. If you've ever had to know you can't miss something, and you like have to be there, and you have to be like on your A game.
Yep.
So screwed.
Software
We are
testing.
So screwed.
Software
thankfully,
testing.
that's almost over. And I pleaded with my manager that we really need to automate this shit. So working on it. Anyway, Izzo, back to you, man. How's your week been?
Interesting. That's all I'm going to say. I can't go into great details. You know I don't like to tease, but I fell into a hole.
Or do you?
I fell into a hole.
Oh, I wasn't going to say anything.
That's all. That's all we're going to say. I fell into the hole.
Literal.
Literally.
Literal. Yeah.
It's like falling down the well, but even deeper. And every time I tried to grab the bucket, it kept hitting me in the head. That's how bad it was. But I did just work James KE8PZN at US 9740 while we were doing our thing here for the first few minutes. So the DX Commander's playing good.
Good.
The house looks different with the big tree gone. It looks really different.
That's right.
The big
did you post the pictures of that, or did you just put them on Facebook?
I don't know, what did I do? Facebook, Instagram, I forget what I did. Just to
Yeah.
What else? The guy helped me put up the dipole. He was so nice. He's like,
center fed.
He's like, I got this. This was back on Wednesday.
It's so much easier with the lift, isn't it?
Oh my God. I'm like, hey, Mr. Arborist, I got a potato gun. He says, please, I got a man lift.
He's like, wait till I leave.
I got a man lift that'll go 100 feet.
Oh my God, that thing went up 60 feet, and we didn't. And trust me, I'm like, man, if I could put something up. And it's so sad that the tree that had to come down because it was up in the north end of the property. And I have a nice north-south. I have two trees, but I can't do anything because of the electrical service. And I didn't, because originally it was keep the tree and dig and bury all the electrical wires coming into the house. Bury all the service.
Yeah.
And the cost for that was ridiculous, and the tree was not doing well at all. What I did find very interesting You guys say that I'm old, okay? The
I never
tree.
said that.
Well, some people around here say.
Oh, okay. Some people.
This tree was older than me. It was older than all of us put together. This tree was older than a bag of barbecue potato chips.
Speaking of,
So you're saying the tree belongs on 160?
The tree goes back even before Hiram himself was alive.
Whoa.
Wow.
The tree was around when Abraham Lincoln said 80 and many years ago, or 7 years. Yeah, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
This tree was over 200 years old.
Oh man!
Wow.
And I asked the arborist. I said, "Don't be joking with me." He says, "No, I'm serious." He says, "I double checked it, and I could verify."
He counted the rings.
And there's a lot more to that. It's more than just counting rings. There's a whole series of.
Sure.
He says they built your neighborhood around this tree, as well as probably some other trees. He was like looking around. He says, I can see about 8 to 10 more trees that have a lot of history in them.
That's crazy.
That tree was doing spark gap.
Yeah, totally.
That tree laughed at. That tree was 100 years old and was laughing at Spark Gap, saying, "You fool! Wait till Izzo gets there."
Yeah.
But it's just really interesting that unfortunately something had to come down. I did have them cut me off. They call them biscuits. I had them slice me off 2 slices. So one's going to be in the garage. I'm gonna polish them up and do something, preserve them a little bit. But one's going to be in the garage just because. And then one I think I'm going to put on the dining room table, sort of like put something on top of it. I don't know,
dunk them in polyurethane.
Yeah, that's what people have been kind of telling me, and of course I will, I'll go to the YouTube to figure out how we're going to do this. But I just thought of a tree that has seen so much through so many generations of all of our lives. It between social and political conflicts, wars, the Industrial Revolution. Like I said, when you start thinking back, this thing is older than the Civil War. And we go back to, the 1800s,
Wow.
and I mean, this whole area was known for a lot of the Indians. That's how Connecticut and a lot of our names here in Connecticut are all Indian related. So it just kind of struck me, me being a history buff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But unfortunately, as he was cutting this down, watching him cutting it down was very interesting on Wednesday, because as the limbs are coming down, I could see he pointed out some of the disease. So I got like the layman's term of what's good and what's not. Beautiful silver maple. It was a beautiful silver maple, but it will do no more harm to my gutters anymore of shedding its leaves and making me climb a ladder and laughing at me and saying, "Hey, you're going to be back up here in about another month with all the debris I'm going to leave in your gutters for you."
I was going to say, was that the tree you got stuck in?
No, that tree got trimmed. That tree got, and Steve, what's interesting? This weekend, I went out for a cigar sitting on the back porch. It was quiet. Nothing was creaking. So something was going on with that tree. So what is sentimental about that tree? A lot of you guys don't know. Yes, I used to do some videos. I didn't have a lot. I didn't have a busy channel. I think I got maybe 900, 1,000 subscribers. I don't know what I have. We all know it's been temporarily turned off. That was the tree. That was the tree that Sue sprayed me with the garden hose as payback. when I was doing the water, when I had the video on the waterproof bags, and I took my 7300, no, I'm sorry, the 706. The 706 and a few other items went in that bag. And I didn't know, how do I test this bag? Originally, I was going to take it inside the shower with me, but I said, something, K5ATA, he did that with an Icon radio.
With a radio, yeah.
Yeah, remember that? We need to do something different. And I just said to her, why don't you just spray the hose? She didn't even think twice.
Of course not.
This was her
way
he deserves
it.
She's like, gladly.
This is how I'm going to get him back after all these years. And the kids were laughing their asses off that mommy is getting daddy. And that water was cold because we did that. I think we did that in like February or March or November. It was cold here, and she was she wouldn't stop. She was. I'm like Matthew, shut off the hose. He's
like I'm numb. I can't feel my extremities.
And Matthew's like, Dad, is it righty tighty or lefty loosey? I don't know.
Yeah. Conveniently forgot.
Behind the scenes, and for anybody who has done any videos here on YouTube, your B-roll, your whatever they call it, is always priceless. And
your mistakes are your best content.
I wish Maggie at the time had her iPhone just on her brother, trying to figure out how do we shut the hose off.
How to turn it off.
But the tree is down, some grasses, so he brought in some sod, the stump. It was absolutely amazing. If anybody ever watches somebody do any type of tree service, but like
they grind the stump down. Sod over the top of it.
It's done. It's gone, man. The only thing you know, it's just a little patch. And he says in about 6 to 12 weeks we'll have some grass there. He said just water it every morning. Don't make it too soupy muddy. And I got a nice offset fender fed dipole up in the other trees. Not in exactly the correct configuration I want, but you know something? It's playing so darn good.
I was about to say, it works.
Okay.
It's work, man. I've been
working. All that matters.
I've been working like today, this afternoon. This great couple, Shirley, and I forget the other guy's name. Kilo Quebec 4, I think Charlie Oscar. I forget their call. I got it written down in the garage. They're like, Don, you're 5'9", and they're in Arkansas. Arkansas has been coming in beautifully here to Connecticut, Texas.
There you go.
Texas, Colorado, Missouri. Missouri always was kind of, but it's they're just louder. It is amazing where we are in the solar cycle of where we are with bands and what antennas. Literally, these compromised antennas. I was fooling around with a whip the other day.
A whip.
A 20-meter stick. And the guy's like, "You're 5'7". And I literally just threw this thing on a little piece of sheet metal on top of the truck, on the bed of the truck. I took a jumper cable to the sheet metal, to the ground, to the hitch, and boom, the signal came right up. And that was just for shits and giggles, as I say. So the band conditions have been.
You could probably work DX with a wet noodle right now.
I think so, and we probably have a couple more years. Tennis popping a little bit now.
Too.
Tennis starting to pop. So it's very interesting times. I don't know about a lot of guys. You know, again, I'm an old guy here, but I've never really concentrated on a full, we'll call it 11-year solar cycle of watching and playing, you know, being active on the HF bands for a full cycle. I mean, I'm going on close to 30 years or 28 years license. I forget whatever is 1989 to whoever wants to do some quick math. 2024 minus 1989, and tell me how many years that is. When I first got licensed, but I never actively participated in HF. It was always the VHF, UHF stuff, and it's a fun learning. It is so fun to learn. 40 meters is still my favorite band, but I miss it when the solar cycle is in the low points, because I like how 40 does. Now it's really weird. It's very weird, at least for me here in the Northeast, and for the antennas that I'm using. It's very weird how 40 is. I'll still take it.
It changes, yeah, because you get regional stuff in the morning. The band goes short, and then after the sun goes down, the band goes long. And,
right. And now our buddy Tim says 35 years.
Tim, and Tim's another one.
Tim took his socks off for that.
He had 35 years as licensed. Oh my God.
Yeah, old man. While we're taking a short pause, Brady KY4CQ, welcome to the Baofeng Army. And before it falls off, did it just fall off? Dadgummit.
Yeah, but I got it right there.
On. Don N5 SKT, thanks for the $20 super chat. Should be a bit.
No.
About to get $15 worth of barbecue potato chips. Love you.
Today's prices, that may get you what, 2.5 bags, maybe?
Yeah, maybe, really. Yeah. And then remember for 18 months. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike. But once again, the bands are incredible. God, this is why I tell everybody, go out and play. Do whatever you want to do. Do it right now. You want to go load up some rain gutters and go have fun? Do it. The chain link fence.
Yep.
A gray man POTA was out. I was chasing him a couple times this weekend. Again, I don't know what he was using. It was kind of hard to work him, but guess what? Playing with the controls on that radio, again, learning about the controls of your radio, your options of RIT, and all this, and notch filtering, and all this other stuff. I mean, heck, man, we paid for this stuff. It came with the radio. You might as well learn it.
Might as well use it, yeah.
And it was fun to work them. So,
well, and Saturday, I was waiting on Dana to get off work. I'm sitting in the truck playing with the ATOS.
ATOS,
hunting POTA.
ATOS in it. ATOS in it.
Had to fix the radio.
Hey, Sam, we started at the
cycle.
top of the hour talking radio, Sam. Just so you know, just so you dumpster fire boys know, tonight it's going to snow. It's going to snow tonight, all right? Because we talked radio at the top of the hour.
Well, for the elephant in the room, we're not going to have Joe Brett tonight. He's on a top secret mission early in the morning hours, so he will not be joining us tonight because he has already went to bed. So, sorry about you. Do you guys use dxheat.com?
Yes, all the time.
So for those of you who are watching that haven't, dxheat.com is probably one of my favorite cluster sites. Just because it's unlike most of the other cluster sites, it is modern. And it doesn't look like it was built in 1995.
It's not old like me.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But what I like about it is on the right-hand side of the propagation, it gives you a little bit of insight as to what the things are doing, and it gives you a depiction red, yellow, and green. Because sometimes you look at those propagation things like on our website that's got all these numbers and you don't know what they mean and blah 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 blah. But I think they did a great job here saying, like the one on the left, which would be the solar flux, it's pegged at 242, and then if you look at the A and the K, they're both low, which means it's also good. So when both of those needles are in the green, you're good to go. And I just like the way they depict that. And then in the band activity window, you can set what continents you're on, and then it will group the spots based on the band that is seeing the most activity and what continent you can talk to.
Let me give you guys a secret. So you introduced this to us maybe about 2 years ago, and due to Google, I put it on the front page of Google as like a quick. What I have noticed is when I upload it, if you take so I'm in North America, I'll quickly go over to any other continent, and then click back to North America. It sort of like does like an automatic refresh of the page, and it's real nice. You are right. I like the filters on the left side. You can do whatever you want. Again, you guys who are playing that FT8 and all that other stuff, or you guys playing CW, you're not playing, you don't want to see the phone spots. It's the filtering is just so easy and nice, and just how it's laid out. I love it. You'll see POTA spots on here, special events. Special events to me are always fun. The QSO parties, somebody gets uploaded to a QSO party. This weekend was Tennessee and Colorado, I believe, QSO parties. And some guys were even in some POTA parks.
I was going to say, there were quite a few POTA states on the air this weekend. Because I noticed a bunch of different parks, from the same state that were out.
Right. Good point. Yep. So, Gene, it's called DX Heat. Gene McPhee is asking us the website. And it's called
dxheat.com.
Yep. Just like how it sounds. You have
Shane, throw that link in the chat. You got the link pulled up, I'm sure.
I can do it too if you want. 6 and 1.
There we go.
There we go.
But that's like usually when I go hop on to play radio, I'll go there just to kind of get an idea of what propagation is supposed to be doing. Now this is all based off of a model, and I'm sure they incorporate some of this band activity. So this is just an indicator. So by all means, if you can't, go call CQ. Don't, even if this was all in red, go call CQ.
It's a reference, guys.
It's just a reference, right?
I remember Tamantha. What's her last name? Tamantha Scott.
Oh, Tamitha Scove.
Tamitha Scove.
Tim Scove. When she was on,
Dr. T.
Dr. T. We'll just call her Dr. T. Very smart lady about this propagation stuff, as we all know. One of the shows she was on, Josh maybe had her on her. It doesn't make a difference. Everything is about sampling. So this stuff that whether you use this, whether you use the NASA ones, then whether you use any ones, paid service, commercial, whatever, the apps, guys, this is all from what she explained to us. This is all about a sampling of, I believe it's 2 hours of what happened 2 hours ago and where the trends are for the next 2 hours. So it's pretty. Listen, this is not rocket scientists. We're not putting the space shuttle up and down. We're not doing surgery on Don Izzo. So at this point, but it's still a great reference of things. And yeah, Jeff, she is incredible. Jeff says he loves her. I get it, man. I follow her on Twitter. You learn so much about the solar winds from her.
Wow.
Solar wind. That's the only thing that's not on here, Shane, is the solar winds. I really, I hate to be. Yeah. I don't want to be that guy who complains. If they just had a solar wind chart, man, oh my God,
they need a third speedometer.
Yes,
that would show. If somebody out here can code that speedometer and we could put it on our website, that would be awesome.
It's already on Ham Clock.
The speedometer?
Well, not the speedometer, but the numbers.
Right, but if we could do like the like a 3-gauge cluster on our website.
Oh yeah.
Any of you who's good at coding, let us know. That'd be kind of cool to make a widget that has 3 speedometers that shows the SFI, the K, the A, and the winds. That'd be kind of cool.
Because so what I do is I bounce between 3 sites. I go to this guy called solar.w5 here. I'll just quickly post it. Let me just do a copy and paste. I go to this guy right here. I go to this page, solar.w5 MikeWhiskey.net. And I really, really like this site. And what I do, and then I bounce back to DXC. And then, of course, I go to the Parks on the Air website and I kind of see who's out there and what are they doing and where do I see everybody. And it's just, and I've been saying this now for how many weeks now?
Wow.
Yeah, everybody is just hanging out on 20, and 15 meters is just like 15's like, hey, I'm over here. Don't forget about me. But all you ignorant people forgetting about me. A little quieter and there's a little bit more elbow room over here. You don't have to. And but there's that solar wind. The noise floor I don't care about. But Shane and Steve, it's really amazing when you go back and forth between this and I use one other one. Not so
Solar Ham.
I kind of like that, but then I kind of like the NOAA one. That's it's a little bit more above me. I'll post a link of that.
I like this one. I like this depiction of it as well.
I forgot. I don't know. Somebody on Clubhouse told us about this. I don't remember where I got this from. But like I said, I bounce back and forth, and like I said, I find that they're very. One kind of complements the other, but like I said, the best compliment is turn on that radio and see who you're hearing, because what I'm hearing in Connecticut can be totally different than what Shane is hearing, as well as what
Shane doesn't have an HF radio.
Shane does. That's right. Bad example. Shane's
it's
antenna is in
New Hampshire and South Carolina.
That's right. But as an example, what I'm hearing in Connecticut may be different than what Shane is hearing in Texas in the middle part of it, as well as, let's say we're listening to the same POTA station. We don't know what that POTA activator is using for an antenna either. So you can't say one is better than the other. That's why I've stopped getting upset and letting my blood pressure get the better of me when I see all this marketing from antennas. This is the best antenna. This is no. Guess what? Guess what? You don't know how. You don't know
lies. It's all lies.
It's all lies.
The best antenna is the one that gets you on the air.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And as long as you're out there having fun.
Oh, there you go. It was dropping.
I worked the guy on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Saturday night, I'm sitting on the back porch, and I worked the guy, who had such a beautiful signal. I think he was in Michigan. I think in Michigan or Ohio. And he was at the end. Last call. I didn't
Okay.
hear anything. I go to grab him. I said to him, "You got a beautiful signal. Where are you?" He says, and of course I didn't know what town he was or so as he's talking to me, I clicked touching the screen to go back to on the POTA site where the park is. He says to me, "I'm only working 20 watts on a G90." Like, dude, it's like you're 100 feet away from me. That's how.
Oh yeah.
So compliments to the G90. I forgot what antenna he was using. I think he said a vertical, but still, it was like, oh my god.
I worked Vince. What was it? Yesterday, I think.
Yesterday, how was it?
Yeah, yesterday evening. He was clear on 5 watts. And granted, my receiver's a little off frequency, so I had to tune him in a little bit. But
you had to rid it.
You read it.
Yep. Hey, I've got that offset set in there now, but we'll see what the insurance says because I put in a claim to see if I can get the radio replaced.
Hey Shane,
Hard
I'm glad
that
you
lightning
brought
strike
this up.
was a year
Did you
ago.
bring this up, or did Steve bring this up?
I did. I brought it up.
I like looking at this too.
That's
Here is your big snapshot, folks, and it's on our website. So,
if you haven't been to hamradioclubhouse.com, you should. Because we spent a good bit of time putting that website together. But I think here at the top of the page, if we had 3 speedometers that would show at a glance what these fine pieces down here are saying, or you can't see my mouse, but
I like the gray line map too.
Yeah, I do too. And that does great as well because it shows the muff.
Yep.
And then we have some really good links down here.
Yep.
If you've never looked at the muff page, or if you've never looked at the VOA cap, really good stuff in there. So good job to our website ham radio coordinator, ham radio for non-techies.
Yeah, Scott does a good job.
Great stuff. We appreciate it. Let's see, Steve. I thought we stopped at ISO and got on off to a tangent, but how's your week been and how are things going?
Somebody said squirrel.
Right?
Someone got me excited.
Yep. Things are going. Tried to install solar on the trailer on Saturday. Got the panels mounted, but we still have some more work to do to get everything connected up. So I'm hoping to get that knocked out, get that video out here soon, because I know Sam likes a video on that one, because they gave us the charge controller. Have a couple more kits. I've got one built and recorded. I need to edit that video. That'll be probably Tuesdays. And then I've got a few more kits to build and get my Eggnogs antenna up.
I'm glad you're turning into a real YouTuber like the rest of us are failing to do. So,
hey,
good job, buddy.
I'm trying to get to that 1,000 mark so I can push people from my video to the next video.
And you can live stream now. You just can't live stream from mobile.
I've been live streaming from mobile.
Oh, really? I didn't think you could.
Yeah.
I guess
you're not supposed to be able to. Yeah, I found a way around it.
Aha. Okay. All right.
I guess. I don't know. It's just worked for me.
It works. Whatever works.
Whatever works. So we'll see. But now once, if you're in a playlist, if somebody's not on the playlist, you can actually suggest the next playlist video. Mm-hmm. Once you hit 1,000 subscribers.
It's a great feature. Well, if you haven't subscribed to Steve's channel, Steve, put your link in there. Let's get Steve up to 1,000 so that he can keep the playlist going.
Grabbing it now.
Derek says, do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! The Muffin Man! Nobody? Crickets?
And crickets. Paul says you only need 50 subs to live stream mobile.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
So,
Brian, W Mike 8 Golf, thanks for joining. Oh, there's a couple in here that I missed. Scrolling. Thanks for becoming a YouTube member. We appreciate it. The Cigar Lounge. Well, thank you very much, sir.
Very nice.
Izzo, what cigar have you been smoking this week? I saw someone in the chat ask what your favorite cigar has been for this week.
I'm sorry, guys. I was just looking.
You're playing radio instead of doing the.
Well, we should be playing
we got
radio.
A show to do. Swear.
J.C. Newman, the Inch, 6x60.
Okay.
The Camacho turquoise band wrapper, 6x60. Jaime Garcia.
I love that cigar. Love that cigar.
6x54 maybe size.
The 60 is the one that I went. It's the fat one, but it is a strong cigar.
You think that's strong?
Well, you smoke the triple Maduros though, too, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't do the triple Maduro. That's a little too much for me.
Yagua. If you guys can find Yagua, if you like a medium to full Nicaraguan with a few other different blends going on, Yagua. And it comes in a nice box too that you may like. So that's what I've been doing. I've been kind of
John's a fan.
That Jaime Garcia is it's different. It's all Nicaraguan. And the New World. Frank turned me on. Tank Radio turned me on to the New World, and
they have a great lineup.
Yeah, it really is. The
Enclave by them is really good too.
Something. Oh, what's the name of it? Hang on, give me a second. Because my cigar lounge brought in a whole new line. Hang on, let me just quickly. I know we're not supposed to be doing this.
John says he likes the Devil's Hand Corojo Maduro. Well, if that's a Corojo wrapper, which I believe it is, that is a damn good cigar. Is the Corojo 99, and here we are going off. See, we talked radio for enough time. Now we're going to the smoking section.
So one of the things. So the Corojo. There's a Corojo and a Corojo.
CORJ.
And see, I'd rather just smoke a brisket.
Well, it sucks to be you. It's okay. Well, hey, some people have got to be good at smoking briskets. So
that's
right.
It
goes hand in hand. I'll smoke a cigar while you smoke a brisket.
Hey, if you're willing to share a good cigar, I'm not going to turn it down.
I mean, for the guys out there who like the Olivas and the My Fathers, absolutely. Every day, I'm not, but I have learned just to kind of go out and just try something, and then you get hooked. West Tampa cigars have hit our lounge. I think the guy was telling me we're the only retail brick and mortar in Connecticut that is authorized right now. I'm going to be trying them maybe this week, next week. They want me to try them. Very interesting. So what I like is when I walk into my local place, number one, I'm supporting my local business, which I think is always
as
important.
You should.
And there's a couple people there who work there who are far more knowledgeable. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're going to look at the label and they're going to talk to the distributors. They're not just reading something from the internet. Okay. Because these people know me now. I've been going in there for about 5 years now. I mean, I've been smoking close to maybe 25 years now, but I've learned from them about it's okay to experiment and, get away from those gas station cigars if you can. And,
it probably haven't been in a humidor since 1995.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you're wondering why they're burning and it smells like, bad weed or something.
Or you light it and it's gone in 2 puffs.
It's going to.
It's like,
but I really like, again, for anybody who it's just like a pipe tobacco or for you guys who like your bourbons, it's the same thing. It really, really is. You're different.
Got to mix a good bourbon with a good cigar.
You have to. And one of the things but because I'm not a bourbon drinker, that's why I like a more fuller cigar. They think for me, if I was a bourbon or a whiskey drinker, I would be having a little bit more milder cigar where one can complement the other.
Yep.
But I don't know. What do these guys talk about cantaloupes?
Well, I want to share something because we have some really talented people with AI art that's part of our Discord. If you're not part of our Discord, you should link is down in the description of the video.
Wow.
So
Yep.
this was the title of the stream was pumpkin spice to everything, and
I love that.
Jody came up with. I need to get Jody to do one for our thumbnails every week.
Jody, that
is too cool. I'm moving on to the next one because when we brought up DX Heat, he said DX Heat for attractive ham radio operators. And last but not least,
oh, there you go. Oh my God, that could be my next thumbnail. Where is that right now?
That could
is that our channel?
That's in the show chat.
It's in the show chat.
Show chat.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about placing an order. So for those that
go
know,
ahead and chit-chat.
they know.
Yeah, what is that?
The dumpster fire. Yeah,
Also,
we've got our boys
also over in the Discord.
Yep, on the Discord doing the watch party. I'm looking at ordering dumpster fire challenge coins. So those will be a special run.
You know, we put out an ask for people to do a logo that kind of got dismissed, and Jody probably could have done that for us in his AI art.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I know. I think our buddy Carlos jumped on a little bit of that.
Carlos is
he's
really
pretty good with
the
AI.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck, remember for 8 months, I know I'm the odd man out, but I've never smoked a cigar and probably won't. I'll smoke your brisket though. Hey, if you don't want to smoke a cigar, don't smoke a cigar.
No,
hey,
man, I would never tell anybody. I would never tell anybody. Just do it. Just try it. It's light. Because guess what? A light cigar to somebody may be heavy. There can be
and some people just may not like smoke in general. Like if it gets in your eyes, or
absolutely.
We're not telling you you got to be part of the cool kids club to smoke a cigar. Not by any means at all.
And there's some people are allergic to it.
Absolutely.
You know what's cool? You know what's cool, guys? Ham radio. No, ham radio's cool. Getting on that thing called ham radio. Get on that thing called ham radio. That's what's cool. That's what's cool. So,
unless you're a certain someone in Alabama, he's not cool. I don't know if anyone else has seen that. But.
Is Mark here tonight, Mo? He I saw on Instagram he did some smoking of some of the meats.
Was he doing ribs or something this weekend?
I forgot what it was, but it looked pretty darn good. It's one of those things where I wish Instagram had that scratch and sniff
smell-o-vision,
smell-o-vision kind of option.
No, you don't. Oh, okay, there he is. He said he did a rib roast.
The rib roast. You know, with all this technology, we can't have that as an option. I mean,
you don't want that as an option.
Because anytime you have smoke coming out of your computer for that smell-o-vision, it's probably going to be bad.
Well, no, I'm thinking the abuse that it will take.
You had to go there. You had to go there.
Because for every one good picture, there's going to be 10 bad.
Oh my God.
Leave it to Steve to go down that rabbit hole.
I didn't say where.
The rest of us are all innocent here. No, Steve's got to take it down that road.
Steve, do you remember Scotty when you came up here? You remember sitting with Scotty?
Yep.
So my friend Scotty Shane is a big IT guy, been for like the last 40, 50 years, okay?
Could he put
Scotty and I got along real well.
Could he put those speed things on our website? Is he that good?
No. He doesn't do that kind of stuff. Scotty is more of of being able to grab data and looks at data and flow output, input, output, all this other stuff. Network center. He's a network center guy. He's not, he showed me a picture. He took a piece of paper and he says, if what do we want to call it here tonight? The gentleman stuff that we see on the internet. Well, it's not only gentlemen's, but you know the topic I'm talking about.
We know what road you're going down.
Okay, and I'll stop right there. I'll stop at the four corners. I won't go down the road. He says, if that activity was not on the internet today, this is how much room you would have of bandwidth across the world, 24 hours a day. He was able to calculate how much activity that is through all
How
of
much
the
activity
servers.
that activity generates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the running joke in my area of work is if you want to get through a firewall, just tell the sailors that all of the corn is in this area, and they will get through the firewall.
They will hack that until 24/7, 365 until they bust it down.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
And Jim is right. It is an incredible delivery system that as kids like Jim and I are of the same generation where it used to be magazines. I don't even know if magazines are even still available today. I don't even know if the
Digital copies.
I think Times is still an active thing, and maybe the Times.
Well, again,
I think-
you look
I think-
at internet delivery system, but when you look at the amount of bandwidth that creates, if that plug was to get pulled for whatever reason, you can go back to dial-up for crying out loud. no, that's
You could.
not true.
You probably could.
I don't know.
We wouldn't be able to stream on dial-up, but
You can't stream on dial-up.
You don't want to know what was on some of the portable hard drives on the ship. See?
Eric
No.
knows. Eric knows.
Don't ask, don't tell, or don't get
There's
caught.
a reason. Yeah.
Abraham Clark asked if have I been to Belton. I've been to the Belton show twice, I believe. It always falls on a weekend that I can't go. Mike's got a good point here. Mike says ham radio is cool until it starts smoking.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Unless you're a
Very
brisket.
true.
Unless you're brisket or ribs.
He's not wrong. Yeah.
Mike has a video,
Definitely
and Mike,
not.
correct me if I'm wrong about the Patreon video you released today. Is that the Wednesday or the Thursday video about the really cool bat tree? And I'll wait for him to answer. But if you're not
Thought he was going to let the smoke out that battery.
I did too. If you're not a Patreon member for Mike releases all of his videos early to Patreon members, and it's pretty it's pretty affordable if you'd like to do so to support Mike. But that was a really, really cool video, and I too thought something was going to melt. When the terminals are getting over 130, 140 degrees, it's like, ooh. I've seen what happens.
Got to test it. Got to test it.
And yeah, Mike does. It's like, I would have done that
And
outside,
it was
but hey.
Yeah. Not his house. It's a rental.
Keep a fire extinguisher handy.
I'm sure there was one close by.
But that was a really cool video, and look for that on Mike's channel. I believe it's
Soon.
Thursday. I think if he puts them out here, it's like a day or two ahead of time, but he'll correct me in the chat. What else, guys?
Oh, what else is going on?
I mean, you'll get to me in just a minute, but so I want to explain why I'm absent more frequently than I used to be. So I've been trying to drink 2 of these a day of water, and there's a drawback to that. That means I have to make 6 times as many runs to the restroom. So when I go to a live stream, I was like, if I go ahead of time, I'll be able to make it. It's not happening. So you'll have to give me a second. I got to go back.
They make a device for that. They make a device for that. But, it is what it is. Yeah, of course. So, yeah, hoping to get... I'm trying to get on a 1 video a week release schedule. I was going to try to do Tuesday and Thursday. My Thursday video didn't do as well last week. I'm not sure if it was just the video or what, but I need to get better on the SEO and as well as editing.
Do you think you're being overly critical? And my second question,
probably.
And my second question is, what do you care what the numbers are? You posted something.
This is true.
Because when you post something, and let's just say it is whatever the topic is, and then I hit the search field, now there's a good chance I'm going to see your video.
You're right. And I think, well, like, especially my mystery box video, it took it a while to get to the 90 views, whereas the other ones are hitting it pretty quick. And that was just an off cycle. Yeah. That was the one I went to Hamcourt over for stealing the thumbnail. But I did give him credit for the thumbnail.
Doesn't make a difference. Because the Mr. Buddy Heater one I did,
Mm-hmm.
and let's face it, I was, as far as what did I do? Maybe 10, 12 videos, 14 videos, I think total I had in my, and then we pulled the channel temporarily. I think I had like over 1 million views. I don't know if you could see it. I have everything saved. I have it up in the cloud. If you go to my channel, you're not going to see nothing.
I was about to say, did you take the channel down or you just not post anything?
I took down all the videos because people were still watching them, and some people were really like, "Dude, how come you didn't do this?" I'm like, "Shut up! I don't want to hear this. You don't have a clue of why this stuff is why." I didn't feel like arguing with people. I'm not going to argue with people.
I don't argue with people when they say stupid shit like that. I just delete the comment.
Well, I started saying thank you for watching. I said thank you for watching. But
yeah, that's
but the Mr. Buddy one just surprised me of why would people go to my channel of all the Mr. Buddy Heater videos out there. And it was like I said, I had over
just
1 million
how you pop in the search.
It was. And they liked whatever I did because, like I said, 9 out of 10. But I just got tired, and it was just a time in my life. I didn't want to hear any nonsense.
Absolutely, nothing wrong with that.
But every once in a while, I still get a subscriber. Like, why are you subscribing to me? Don't push me to 1,000 because now you're gonna force me to do a giveaway. The giveaway on the channel that's not putting.
And also, Izzo, you can turn the comments off when you post a video if you don't want people's feedback. Turn the comments off.
I don't know. Every time I tried finding that option, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like I said,
every now and then I'll get a knucklehead that wants to come in there and be funny, and I just delete it. We had one on the Clubhouse channel.
Was it
last week?
Last week?
Yeah, last week.
Okay.
I was like, I don't have time for that. Well, we didn't delete it. We left it up
we
there.
have 2 or
and then I
3.
guess he came back and deleted it.
But we have 2 or 3 that are in the chat constantly that post knucklehead comments.
Well,
we love those guys.
This one was a targeted knucklehead
right, that was
comment.
targeted.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, you know who I like? Anything to do with Ham Radio 2.0, when people try going after him. Hey, let me tell you something. You know what's so great about him? He'll point out something like I'm reading the ignorant statement, and then then I got to go back because he points out bad grammar, misspelled words, and gets into the intelligence or lack of intelligence of you even took the time to post something when you know, it's like, hey buddy, why don't you learn how to go spell first before you want to, him and Mike are
I was about to say,
two
Mike devotes a whole episode to stupid comments.
Yes.
Mike's was it Mailbag Monday a few weeks ago was absolutely it was Academy Award plus, as far as I'm concerned. It was awesome. Awesome.
I'm just catching up in the chat. So no,
Paul's
I'm not going to put a
drop
jug
a mean
underneath
comment.
the desk.
See, Jeff, Alpha 4 Bravo Charlie just subscribed to me on YouTube. Why did you do that? Now you're going to make
because he's a buddy of mine.
Because now, fine, I'll put you in the giveaway for the.
He's giving away stickers.
I was gonna say
you get a Smoke Signals RF sticker at the 1,000 subscriber mark.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, it's that thing in front of you. That's a camera.
You're not getting the Yeti. You're not gonna get a Yeti, but you're gonna get a sticker. But thank you, Jeff. Seriously, thank you. And when we, and when we turn the. And what? Jody just subscribed to me. What the hell are you guys doing? Stop it.
You said you didn't want subs, and they're gonna
Yeah.
put you over 1,000 just to do it.
Exactly. Yep.
Now I'm just curious to see how many subs I have now on this stupid.
You were at 967, I think.
Oh my god.
Yep, 967.
967.
And
do not put me over. Seriously, guys, don't. No one's getting
969.
Nobody is. Nobody
There's
is.
114 people in here. We can get him over 1,000.
No,
so
no, because we are not giving away barbecue potato chips. I'm not calling Vince up there in Canada for the seasoned Heinz ones, the dill pickle ones. No, someday, seriously, someday I would like to turn the channel on, but I know already I am not going to spend a lot of time going back to editing. I'm not going to do that. I think I'd rather just do shorts or whatever the new buzzword. There you go.
I can probably give away a few stickers.
I was just going to see if he was watching the chat.
No, someday we'll turn the channel on. I want to do something like maybe under 3 minutes and just have fun with some, point out something, keep it simple. I don't know. I don't want to, I have no intentions of doing a 7 to even 5 minutes. Maybe
do what you want to do.
Yes.
Even if it means you don't upload another video ever again, do what you want to do. I haven't uploaded a video in, I think, 4 or 5 months because I am completely and totally burned out of making the same old shit over and over again. It's another radio. It doesn't do anything different than anything else does. It may do it a little bit better, or it's this tiny ass meter that nobody wants. Nobody's going to pay $6 or $8 for a meter that's a piece of crap. I told all the people who asked me to send stuff, I told them no, because unless you come up with something that is just groundbreaking, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in doing another HT. I've got a room full of them. I've given all of my crew that crew for me on the balloon. I programmed in the 2 channels that we use, and I gave them all these HTs. Because I just don't have any. I don't want to stack a whole of them over here. I've got the ones that I want to keep, and the rest of them, I don't need them. I don't need another Chinese HT. I don't need another video where I prove to you that they're dirty and they're disgusting, and that you probably shouldn't buy one. It's a waste of my time. I would rather put my time towards something that's going to A, make me more money, or B, is going to help someone in the hobby. And me telling you that a $10 radio is a piece of crap that has spurious emissions and doesn't do anything that a $5 Bopang does, it's a waste of your time and my time.
What I like is what we're doing here every Tuesday night.
I love doing this.
I do. I have never thought of this as work. There have been times at an hour before the show, I'm like, I don't want to do this. And all of a sudden we go live, and within 5 minutes, I'm like, my God, this is an incredible how we could just sit here and whether
it's comedy gold, and we can go for 2 hours.
Right.
Sometimes.
But I wish I was more knowledgeable and had the technology to do some more game show stuff. Work with Kyle, because I don't want to put all of the burden on Kyle. I that's not fair. But I get these ideas at 2:00 in the morning, or whatever, and after I run to the bathroom and take care of business, I go to I grab a Post-it note, and I write down stuff, and I'm like, man, I wish we could do it, because I think the audience, not only would we have a good time, but
we had fun when we did them the last time.
There's a underlining learning to why we're going to have a good laugh. And I think people, when you're having a good time, you're more apt to learn, because I remember studying for that damn extra, but within 15 minutes, 10 minutes, my mind goes wandering. And you're not learning. You're not learning, and I hate that. What's that?
I know you can't see it. That's my video list. My video idea list.
Wow.
So that's what I do when I'm stuck in the office, and
I do the same thing, Steve.
Yeah, but you get to work from home.
No, I've got this is my video list that I've got
it's
planned
empty.
coming up for the next exactly. That's
Love
my
you, brother.
upcoming videos list. I'm gonna let Steve take over for a while. So Steve's making great YouTube content. So please go subscribe to Steve's channel, because you're gonna get more there than you get in my channel. Although I will say the HT videos that I've got over there they continue to march on. People are still looking at those radios and stuff like that. So I appreciate all the views and the people who are subscribed and all that. It's just,
Are you going to start doing balloon videos?
I do that on my other channel. I'd have a separate channel that I've started posting some balloon stuff on. The most recent one was my first solo.
There you go.
But most people who are into ham radio aren't into that stuff. So I keep that completely separate. And the channel views and the subscriptions reflect that.
I was going to say, and then you've got the crazy guys that jump out of airplanes and play radio.
That's very true.
So, and someday we'll get him jumping off a balloon, and we're going to live stream that.
So it's funny that you mentioned that, because I had someone hit me up on Facebook the other day. Says, "Hey, we heard that you're flying balloons and we would like to jump out of one." I said, "There's about 6 or 8 of you that have asked if you could jump out of this balloon." So I sent a text message over to my instructor and I said, "Hey, have you ever done this?" And he goes, "Yes, I've done it several times." And I said, "Okay, is there anything we need to do ahead of time? Anything crazy?" And he goes, "Yes, we have to call the insurance company." So we're working on that. But I reached out to the new insurance company is actually pretty chill. So we reached out to them and said, "Hey, could we do this?" Right now, we've got like 8 people who would like to do this. So if I can make it happen, I'm definitely going to make it happen. I'm going to tell Carlos, "Hey, this is where we're going to be and when we're going to try to do it. So if you can come down, because we have to be over public land. According to the skydivers, we need to be over public land, so we don't have to ask for landowner permission for them to land and all kinds of cool stuff. So we couldn't do it over the DFW area, but there's some places out west of us where we could. So that would be kind of interesting to live stream that. I can't live stream from, well, maybe I could. We'll see.
Well,
but that'd be cool.
So I'm working on a setup, and I need to figure out a way to test it, where I can live stream Carlos's GoPro from his hand, stream it down to me on the ground, and then I can stream it up to YouTube.
Oh, that would be a complicated stream.
It's actually not.
You would have to have something connected to him to feed that to you.
Right.
So it would have to go to the internet for that.
No. 5.8 gigahertz.
Oh, more ham radios.
FPV drone style. Yep.
Okay.
And it's funny because I'm seeing a lot of the FPV drone stuff is saying you have to be a ham radio operator to fly FPV.
Because of the frequencies it's on.
Yep. And I'm betting most are not.
Well, yeah, you're probably
Can I tell you why ham radio is fun?
Why?
I just worked Oregon.
We're doing a live show and you're playing radio?
Should we be playing on 14.318? Bill's coming from Oregon. The roads and the state recreation area, US 831855. The ex-commander, 100 watts, call it a day. 100 watts.
Meanwhile, everyone else.
Yeah, if I didn't have an S9 plus noise floor.
You know, Steve, you mentioned the other day that that your noise floor changes from the direction that your antenna's pointing. Because I switched it to point to the southwest, and I watched that noise floor jump from like an S5 to a 9+. And then I pointed it back north, and I was like, "Oh."
So what do you think? What do you think What do you think on that beam? Obviously,
it's the oven. I know it's the oven. Because I can go unplug the oven and watch it drop.
No kidding.
Well, you're not cooking anything, so put a circuit breaker switch on that thing.
I am looking for a smart plug that I can replace the wall outlet with.
Get a clapper.
That'll do 20 amps. Yeah, 20 amps. No, I could just tell the device back here behind me to shut off the oven.
Oh. Hey, Ziggy, shut off the oven. So Bob says, do I have to ask permission to land a balloon on private property? No. There's a difference there, but I don't want to dig into FCC regulations right now. But no, we do have to ask for permission to retrieve the balloon once we have landed, if we're on someone's land. So that's the thing.
Mm.
So, most of the time, they hear us coming, and they're all giddy when they get there.
Right. All right. I threw a question in there from Misha, or a comment. If you want to grab that, Shane.
Where would I grab it from?
It's on StreamYard. Got it started. Here we're possibly losing the 900.
Go ahead.
Here we're possibly losing the 902 to 928 megahertz from the ARRL. Our buddy Mike just did a video on that, where he just did a 900 megahertz POTA. So I know there is a request for comment out there.
Yeah, there is. I think he posted it in the comment section of his, or in the description of his video too, where you can go make a comment. But there is a company, an enterprise company, so to speak, that's wanting a slice of that 900 megahertz band. So absolutely, if you haven't already, I've already went and made a comment. If you haven't already, then definitely want to do that. Yes, George, I misspoke.
There's the ARRL link as well. Yeah, there is NextNav currently holds licenses in the 900 megahertz band. They've
been testing there for a while, I think. Mm-hmm. And I think the big piece was, is it going to interfere? And if they've been there for such a long time and no one's ever noticed them, are we going to notice them if they give them that piece of the band? I know we don't want to lose any of the band allocation that we have. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just like, apparently no one's noticed them being there.
But has no one noticed because no one's using it?
Probably. I mean, 900 megahertz, what, that's a pretty short communication path unless it's line of sight.
Well, it's going to be line of sight.
What are they wanting to use it for?
I didn't read the article yet.
Okay.
I'm not going to read the article while we're on stream.
Might as well.
But I'm thinking, that's all the Meshtastic nodes are in 900 megahertz, or at least the one I have. I know there's another.
I think the precedent behind that is if we allow them to take that, what will they ask for next? Or what will they try to get rid of next? Will they get rid of 80? Will they get rid of 160? Will they get rid of 40 or 20? Or, if we don't fight for something that we don't use that often, what else are they going to come after?
Yeah.
Jody says our end tower uses 900 megahertz radios that penetrate the concrete floors very well. 20 stories. Yeah, there you go. And these are, Jason says a slippery slope argument. You're exactly right. It is. I mean, it's one side of the thing says, hey, do we use it that often? The other one's like, hey, if we give this up, what else are we going to give up? Or what are we willing to give up? And the answer is nothing.
What are we willing to give up?
Yeah. The answer is nothing. Shouldn't. I mean,
I know.
So Eric, Eric's got a great point. What else?
Yeah.
What do we use the 1.75?
Well, 1.25.
1.25? What do we use that for?
There are places that have repeaters.
There's a few. I agree. There's 6 meter repeaters out there, and then there's
there's
all
meter.
kinds of stuff. It's like, but people don't get on the air. People don't use it. So therefore, everyone go. You have these companies that are like, hey, looking for a slice of spectrum to use, and they're like, hey, well, no one's down here, so we might as well just try to take that away from them. Which is, I think, it's a terrible idea.
And Lee's got it right. His local PD uses 860 megahertz P25. All of South Carolina is using 800 megahertz P25. I think including fire departments. They all went P25 trunked encrypted.
So
which
you
means
can
no
hear
more
them on
scanner
the
for me. Yeah. So,
but surely they have scanners that can try do the trunking stuff now.
Except for the fact that they're encrypted.
Okay. Good point.
My local stuff is all encrypted. So I'm hoping that there's a way we can pick it up. But as of right now, I got nothing. And it would have been nice to know Sunday morning when one of the roads near me was closed because they were investigating a death.
A fatality
Unfortunately,
accident.
It was a car versus pedestrian at 3:00 in the morning.
Who was? Oh, I was gonna say who was texting, but at that hour, who was drinking? I mean, I don't want to.
They haven't said.
Right.
They haven't said that, but nothing good happens after midnight. Just look at the clubhouse.
Good thing we don't stream after midnight. Izzo, how's the band's
look at
doing over
Huntsville.
there? I was wondering how many comments. How many?
No, I'm
how
sorry.
many he's made. You want to go ahead and run a net while we're here?
No. A family member just sent me a very nice text, and I shouldn't. You're right. I'll put my phone down. I shouldn't even be replying.
I figured you was working the radio.
No. When you see me, when you see this happen,
that's when he's working the radio.
That's when he's working the radio. Yeah.
that's when I'm working the radio.
Well, I actually worked Rob in one NUG. He was down in North Carolina, or I should say up in North Carolina.
Yep, I worked it too. Yeah, that was fun.
And I had to work him from a New Hampshire station. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. All right.
Paul's got a great station.
He does.
I think it's off the air again, Paul, because I tried to log into it yesterday and it was not available. So,
well, Rob was in Pennsylvania, and I'm like, dude, I can't work you on 20 meters from Pennsylvania. Can you go out a little further west or go south? And sure enough, the next day he's in the Carolinas.
Right.
Yep.
They're saying you were checking into the YL systems.
No. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that is. I'm presuming it's for ladies because of YL. But
there aren't any ladies on it. I'm here to tell you.
There's what?
There isn't any ladies on it.
Yeah,
if you listen to the YL Systems net.
Is that the joke? I don't understand the joke.
I don't know. I don't know either.
So apparently there's somebody that calls, check-ins for the YL net.
Right.
And
6 hours before the YL net.
Yeah. They never get any YLs to check in, but they always do it over POTA stations.
Of course.
Okay.
Because if it weren't for POTA, there wouldn't be anything on the air.
Listen, are they playing radio? That's all that counts. Are they playing radio? And the answer, yeah. So just whatever.
So
hey,
look at that. Don has the link for us right off the.
Jody says a lot of swiping left on that particular YL net.
Oh no.
Oh.
There's gonna be a meme on that in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
the YL International Single Sideband System.
Have y'all? So you said sideband system. So wait a minute, hold on. We're competing with somebody on who's live streaming right now.
Oh, who would that be?
That would be the Amateur Radio Roundtable.
Oh,
W5KUB. I guess he doesn't know that the Clubhouse has been here for 3 years.
Are they talking ham radio?
I'm sure they are.
Yeah. He's been around longer than we have, but
that's what's his name.
Judging by the thumbnail, I'm just saying.
That's how do I know that guy from
K5KAB.
Yeah, thank you, Paul.
Tom's been around for a long time.
I was just gonna say, I think those guys used to go up to
W5KUB.
Oh, yeah.
Are those the guys that used to go to Dayton and live stream in their vehicle on the drive? Does anyone else remember that in the chat or here? You guys?
I don't remember that. I know he live streams from Huntsville.
I'm talking about late 90s.
I'm sorry, Don, I misspoke.
I want to say it was the late 90s. I think him and 2 or 3 other guys were in a vehicle driving to Dayton, and it was I think I called out sick that day to watch it. It was great. It was just fun. It was like we have this new thing called the internet, and I got
interwebs.
It was just a cool thing to watch, Yep. Oh well.
Yeah, K5KAB is our buddy Kilowatts of Bourbon.
Thank you, Lucas. Lucas is right. There is a correction there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He has a great live stream.
me tell you something.
Yeah,
His
we had fun with
station,
him.
Mondays and Wednesdays, I believe, is
Wednesdays.
when
his
he
audio, his audio is absolutely incredible. I wonder, hey Shane, I wonder if he has gremlin problems too, because
Yes, he does.
He
Quite
does?
quite often, because I've had to help him troubleshoot.
okay.
But he's got power.
Oh yeah. And has he replaced the hex beam yet? Because I know his hex beam got taken out by a storm. That's
I
how
know
long
it
it's been
didn't.
since I've watched a KB stream.
Yeah, I know it didn't matter when I was coming home from DC because it sounded like he was sitting in the truck next to me.
Yeah, he's got a big
Wow.
station, that's for sure.
So
Let's see.
Yes, Dave. Dave says Tom had the white hard hat camera. I think I remember that. That sounds very, very familiar. That was so cool. That was so innovated back in the day that somebody would do that. But it was the coolest thing.
I got one of Tom's cards this year at Huntsville, and I was looking for it. I saw, it's right there. And I actually didn't recognize him when he came up to the table I was at.
Are you saying that the pictures?
I think he's lost some weight.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's not
I'm
like your
hoping his
local
health
realtor?
is still good. No, I'm hoping his health is still good. But it definitely did not look like him initially.
Jody's giving us the final countdown here.
What?
Only 13 more subs for so to break 1,000. That's what we do, buddy.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
We're here for you.
I'll
We're
tell
here
you what
for
I do. If you guys are going to drive me crazy,
Short trip.
I will eat a small bag of barbecue potato chips.
Oh, live on your channel.
No, not my channel. We're not going to go live on my
We
channel.
go live on your channel, and I'll run the back end.
No, we'll do it here on Clubhouse. That's not. No, we'll just do it. No, because I don't want to have to bring it back up and then suspend it back down. No, we'll just do it here. Everyone knows where we are here. It's a lot easier for everyone to park. Everyone knows where to park when they come to the Clubhouse.
Right.
You know, Sam has his favorite parking spot over by the dumpster, along with Derek and
I was gonna say, who's the crew sitting in the dumpster right now? Oh, Derek, Ed, Jim,
Ed,
Sam, Scout, Shaq, and Greg, and of course N8YO.
Sounds like a good crew over there. I'll see y'all in a bit. Bye.
Oh yeah. I will tell you, that is definitely a good crew to hang out with at Huntsville. If you want to have a good time.
I wonder if it would be possible if I was able to jump into the dumpster fire and bring them on stream. Have we tried that?
Are you sure you want to do that?
Joe Brett said no one day. I said, why can't we just tell everyone, listen, no 4-letter words, very simple. No 4-letter words.
Well,
I know
you're all going, oh shit, they're about to make us live. Just get
it out now. Just get it out. This is your 2-minute warning. Just get it out now.
No, because I don't know what my audio settings need to be in order to make that happen.
No, them.
I'm already having gremlins.
The 7 words you can never say on television, boys.
Exactly. Just get it out now.
You can say 6 of them on YouTube.
We'll just give them a warning. Because if not, you know what it'll be? Joe B will ban them from the Discord channel. and if that's a lot. That would hurt. So everyone, it's like going to church. Listen,
I don't know how to bring that audio. I haven't messed with routing that audio into the stream yet.
Just do it.
It would take me a bit to check in with the. But I do think it would be interesting to do a live check into the dumpster fire, just like Jim Cantori.
Joe did that one night. Yeah,
we could call them the Jim Cantori of the YouTube.
We're
going to check in with the dumpster fire.
I want to put a
gentlemen. Let's go.
You know what I want to do? Tonight. I want to put like a security camera in the dumpster fire and have the no. Just hear me out. So like right now under me, you put a 4th window, and it's sort of like going into the pet store. You know when you go to the pet store and you look at the animals inside the cage, or the fish tank, and every once in a while we'll just bang on the fish tank. What are you guys doing in there?
I'm wondering if I could do that. I do see a few of them have their video on, so I don't know if I really want to go there.
Oh, it'd be fun. I think it would be fine. I think if you just told them, listen, guy, because listen, I love the dumpster fire. The dumpster fire is where
Mhm.
you can really just really say whatever you want to say at whatever time, and it is what is, and that's what it's meant for.
And
But
that's what it was
without
designed for. Yep.
right, but without overdoing it either. It's just just being normal, right?
Mhm.
But I think for a special occasion, if we told everyone, all right, listen, guys, you're gonna have to put on your church clothes. And for
You're gonna have to put pants on.
yes, put your pants on, comb your hair, sit up straight for 10 minutes. Well, I'll be good.
And see, that's what I'm worried about. If we brought them on, they would go full 7.200 on us.
Do you no, Derek is a gentleman. Derek would not. He would not.
Derek's a ringleader in there. I know he is. And
Yeah,
Paul
they're
says,
all-
"Hold my beer." Mhm.
They all are.
He's like, you want to get demonetized? Watch
One
this.
just let me tell you something. What I learned over there, one just influences the other. It just goes full circle.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, that could be dangerous.
I do want to mention though.
Scouts being the smart alter ego here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Scout, you're right.
A no
Don't
knock
knock.
raid.
No knock raid.
That would be funny. I've got to work.
And Izzo, you're 5 to go.
Don't make me, guys. Guys, come on. I'm back. Seriously, those barbecue.
Don't make me do it.
They are the net. I don't know why my palate doesn't like. I love ketchup and barbecue sauce and meats but something to do with taking a potato chip and barbecue sauce or any derivative of that and putting them together is just. Ugh. Oh, please.
Did you see the artwork that Jody made up for you?
No, let me go look.
Oh no, don't you don't need to. I'll share it. Because we don't want you getting too distracted here. So
There we go.
So this is the Izzo's Barbecue Ham Radio Clubhouse chips.
Oh my God!
May contain real hams.
I love it.
Yep, this is
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the nutrition facts are on that.
What do you think?
No,
wait. There is no nutrition.
Right.
So let's just
Right.
Speaking of nutrition facts, wait a minute. Let me see if I can find that one. Talks amongst yourselves.
and
I
I got
tried that.
something.
It never works.
I got something for
Yeah.
everybody too, but I'm gonna wait until Steve. I'll wait. Till Steve.
Well, Steve needs a filler because he doesn't know what he's
All
about
right.
to talk about.
All right, let me share this.
Got 9 people over the dumpster fire.
Yeah, I know. It's dangerous.
All right, look at this.
Is that the pumpkin, the Dumpkins? Oh my God, really?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Is that legit?
I don't know, but here we go, guys. It's pumpkin spice time, and
It's Dumpkin spice with fall shit like cloven nutmeg. Okay, that's killing.
So I don't drink.
Oh my
as you
God.
know, I am not a coffee drinker. Okay. Matter
Right.
of fact, the other day, I was reminded by my girlfriend. She said she wanted some of that. She wanted some of that good coffee from Carlos.
Uh-huh.
So we have a bag coming. Sent that guy some money. Probably this week or next week. She'll be happy. She'll get her coffee. So we were just talking about all this pumpkin spice stuff because it's now September and for the next 2 months. And then, because you're going to go right from pumpkin spice right to Christmas. You know how that goes.
Well, we do have Thanksgiving in there too.
But everyone forgets about them as well as Veterans Day. Everyone forgets about veteran, and I don't like that. I am not a veteran, but I support our veterans because of my family and a whole bunch of other reasons why I think our veterans are so freaking important. Okay.
But Izzo, you just hit 1K.
Congratulations, man. Now we need to get Steve there so Steve can forward his videos on.
Here's what's going to happen.
Because he's the only one that's doing videos right now.
After I eat those potato chips, I'm gonna need these dude wipes because that's what's good. But can you imagine dude wipes and pumpkin spice? Oh my god. Oh my god.
I would say why, but I don't want to know.
Exactly. Yeah.
No. Exactly. Oops.
So
Thank you, everybody.
One of our loyal fans sent me this picture.
Oh my god!
Serving size: one Tuesday night, once a week. 25% topics, 200% authenticity, 200% passion. Overdosed on social, 1,000% squirrels, and 10% sleep. Yep, that pretty much sums it up.
Steve, send me that.
About right.
Steve, send me that because I have a folder up in the cloud. So anytime we might need something for the anniversary show, whatever, or you know what we should do sometime. Maybe we should take a Tuesday night off and we'll just let this stuff roll. Every single meme that we've collected, our pictures, we'll just let it roll for 2 hours. And we'll keep it on. We'll keep it on for like maybe 15 seconds and let everyone have a good laugh, especially the dumpster fire boys. They can throw their beer cans at the screen.
So I know we worked the radio the other night. Did anyone log that as the Clubhouse, or were we all doing our individual channels? Because I know I looked in QRZ and we don't have a bunch of people. But maybe next time we're on stream working the radio, we should use W2HRC.
Yep.
I mean, I still have them here. I still have you. You can't.
Did you put them in your LOTW?
I don't do that.
Did you put them in your QRZ logbook?
I don't do that either.
I do Polo on paper.
No, I do Polo.
Then what do you do with it once you have it in Polo? You don't upload it to anywhere where people can get credit for stuff?
I use Polo for POTA only, and that's it. I don't even use it for my home. I stopped using a logbook. Listen, you. I'm going to talk to you like a young guy, okay? Listen, youngin. I go back to the days of where the grandfather said
in my day, we had
Grandpa
to
Frank,
bite our finger and scratch the call sign in blood.
Hang on, I'm going to get his pen. Oh, shit.
Guess we couldn't afford a pencil. Yeah, your camera's over to there you go.
There you go.
Okay.
That's Grandpa Frank back in 1947. That's 1947.
And I bet he logged his contacts.
He logged on paper in that spiral.
On paper.
Paper.
And then like
in that old Collins
30 years
book.
later, we got to upload those so that we could share those contacts.
For what?
It just made it it just made it faster to QSL instead of sending out the cards.
I send out cards. You send me. Listen, go to my. You go.
I have no problem sending out cards.
I don't either.
I got one too.
Listen, you go to my QRZ page. You know what's going to tell me? Not needed. But if you send me one, you're going to get one. It's very simple.
Absolutely.
But I don't do FT8. I don't do this uploading to here and there, and I don't do barbecue potato chips. It's very simple. I live a very simple, happy life.
And all of those people who chased you looking for your county, they can't get those awards now because you don't want to.
All they got to do is say, Izzo, send me a card.
No, because that's great, but you can't get the award by sending you the card.
Sure,
you can. You have to be in that particular issuing agency's database, and the only way to get there is to upload it.
This is not a contest.
Well, to some people, it is.
Don't get me on a rant. Don't get me on a Molson rant. Don't. Oh my God.
I was gonna say Shane's already been there. Izzo, it's your turn.
No, it's not. Let him. Tonight's his night. I'm not gonna take it. Let him have it. Let him have it.
And Jeff says cards can count.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Jeff.
who do you send them to?
The league or whoever.
I mean, do you go to QRZ and upload your cards that you get to get credit for it?
No,
or LOTW?
I'm not chasing counties. Guess what I chase? You on the air live at that particular time. However, though,
but you're not the only person in the world. There are other people who are chasing those things, and if you don't upload your logs, they don't get credit for it.
So Becky,
like grid squares.
So Becky,
Yeah.
N4BKY, Becky, who we had on 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, she dropped her CW key, picked up a microphone, and worked me. Was I the first HF voice contact for her? Doesn't make a difference. She's going to get a QSL card from me.
I think so.
That's
I
cool.
think you were.
So the needless to say, if you work ISO, you're not going to get credit for it in QRZ or LOTW. So just letting you know.
But if you need something that says for credit, I will go more. I will stop what I'm doing. I will stop what I am doing. I will stop eating a bag of barbecue potato chips. I'll be happy to stop eating a bag.
I was gonna say, I'll get Izzo to put me as the manager on his QRZ,
Right.
and that way I can go in and verify contacts for him.
Hey, speaking of which, today I was a bad boy. I almost ate a half a bag of animal crackers. I could not believe it. I started eating
terrible individual.
Oh my God. I could not believe that I was just, oh my God. It was, but again, I don't know why. It's not that I'm mean. I don't understand this whole, why do we got to upload all this stuff for?
Convenience. I mean, you don't have to. I'm not saying that you have to.
What?
Just saying that some people would appreciate it.
Would be nice. But if those people said to me, "Hey, listen, hey Izzo, hey Becky, thank you, Becky, was I the first guy? Was I the first HF contact to use a microphone
on voice?
On voice,
right?
On voice. We have to clarify that after that video I saw, that great video I saw. But if anybody says to me, "Hey Izzo, I need like Middlesex County, Connecticut, would you please?" And let's just say we work. Absolutely, I'll give you a card.
Ham Tilted Herd says, by the way, if you have to file to upload POTA, you can upload the file to QRZ or LOTW just as easy.
So that
means
if
you're uploading to POTA, you just upload that same file to QRZ.
Okay, but what happens when I'm home
blew his
here?
mind right there.
You just did. But
you
what happens?
You log in Polo just like you normally would. You export just like you normally would. When you get that file to where you would upload it to the POTA website, you just upload it to QRZ.
But what if I'm hunting now? That means I should be doing.
Just log it in Polo.
Yeah, but I
mean, if you want to, that one, it doesn't really matter. I'm talking about when we're on stream and we're getting contacts, we're logging it that way. Because I do think that we owe the folks that tune up the radio to chat with us while we're on the air. Then we should, send them a QSL card or something like that.
All right. So with that being said, if we start using W2 HRC, the Clubhouse call sign, who is responsible for uploading that stuff?
Beer Snack. Well, whomever we log will create their entry. If we don't have it already, then Beer Snack has to go in and verify.
So I just got to give him paper. I just got to give him a piece of paper that says
he would
here.
hate us for that. Because I have one. We have a lot. We have a lot that have not been. There's 14. I have 14 showing that we have yet to upload to W2.
No, I should do it on like a do wipes wrapper. Set it just or Reese's peanut butter cups wrapper.
Right. Gotta love it.
So, technically you were her second voice contact, but first regular QSO.
Okay. So
the first voice contact was USS Lexington.
So wait, hang on. But first regular, I'm going to put that on the QSL card. First regular QSO. Okay. Because I got to do that. I got to do that. And she's going to get some stickers. She's going to get some.
Look at that.
Matter of fact, I'll even throw. Did we give her a Clubhouse sticker? Because I have a couple.
I don't think we did.
All right. So I'll make a note of that.
Because I didn't have any with me. And I don't know if Joe had any with him.
All right, so she's going to get that, and then she's going to get the YouTube Clubhouse sticker. Perfect.
Which we need to get some more of those made.
How do we? And are we going to use the new logo? You think, or what do you guys want to do?
We have to decide on the
new logo
first.
Well, we've been saying we haven't.
We need to have a business meeting.
We're kind of slow on that. Speaking of LO2W, I have 8 contacts that I haven't uploaded to LO2W, so I apologize for those of you. I did get 2, 3, 4, 5 confirmations in Zed though.
Nice.
Maybe someday the human race for him, there'll be a chip that we can implant in us. So when I make when I hunt, it automatically gets networked up there. It's done. It goes to my brain as a memory.
That's a lot.
Yep.
And then it takes a left turn and it goes out to the internet.
You know,
I
I don't know that I
once.
want to be in your brain.
I blink. I've
I've heard what
once.
he said on the Clubhouse.
Right. I'll blink once, and that means that, if I blink twice, that means something else. We just control the whole network streaming of it. That would be cool. Maybe someday.
Oh, that's why. My export, I haven't renewed my subscription to QRZ, so I can't export my logbooks.
I'm reading the chat here. The chat has some interesting chat going on regarding this LOTW stuff. This is very,
Yeah, I saw the news story where the league paid the ransom. It was quite a hefty sum.
That was a lot of money.
Yep.
To get their database back?
Yeah.
Wow. That sucks.
But I guess they had to pay it because they couldn't get around it.
Well, who do you hold accountable for that? Why can't we just knock on the guy's door?
The IT guy best have gotten fired.
No. I'm talking about whoever is holding us ransom. This is it. I'm not.
They
paying.
Probably don't live here.
Yeah.
Okay. They're probably from a foreign entity.
So let's cross them off the DXCC list first of all. Okay.
Mike says we could have literally just uploaded new logs and they would have a new database. Yes, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because remember, this is not a
really
contest.
$1 million.
This is not a contest.
No.
This is not a contest.
Yes.
So this is not a contest, and who cares of where you come on? I mean, the bragging rights of I've worked every county. Who do you brag that to? Who do you even at the club? Even if you were in a non-virtual Clubhouse meeting, I mean, no disrespect. That's great, but I'm not going to go.
And the sad part was, I found it out from bleepingcomputer.com.
I mean, Eric's kind of right. The IT guy was probably warning them for years.
Yeah.
The DT.
Yeah, I was gonna say and
nobody listens. Seriously, when you think about it, I think of some of the local stuff of IT people saying, heed the warning, and when they hear the price for it, they don't want to heed the warning. The heed the warning price is a hell of a lot cheaper.
And Jason's right. Don't fire the IT guy when he had no budget.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, I'm running into that. I'm running into that same thing at work. Yeah, they want me to make, gold happen, and they won't give me the equipment I need.
Right.
IT guy, per my last email.
Uh-huh.
So do we want to try to make, we got 15 minutes left. We want to try to make a few contacts? Since Izzo's been playing radio this whole time?
I'm not going to log anything. I'm not going to log anything except for just saying thank you.
I was say 20 meters on my 20 meters on my radio right now is yellow on the waterfall.
Is that because of the noise or because it's busy?
Yes. That's the noise.
I hardly have any noise down here. I'm looking at the scope.
Well, I think this week, after my work hours, one of my work from home days, I think I'm going to grab the club's spare 7300 and put it in place of the 7610 to see if maybe there's something else going on here. But
I think 40 meters, although that may be a little bit regional for us, that might be the band.
Now 40 now should be decent. It's dark here.
here. Let's go to
Down
40.
to 96 watching though.
That's their loss.
This is true. Chris,
so
73. Enjoy work.
Bye, Chris. 7-3. Thanks, brother.
And
What band are we on? 40?
you could go 40. So most of the ransom was paid by the insurance from the league.
That's good.
So we will see if my league insurance replaces my radio.
Then their rates are going to go up.
Well,
I got a little static crashes here. I got about an S3, S4 noise level, but it's not noise. It's more it's at more atmospheric. So I mean, noise is noise, but
I say let's see what 40 looks like for me.
7.235.
Seven, 2, 3, 5. Okay. Still tuning.
You're on 20 meters right now. Yeah, there you go. Now, what is that screen? What am I looking at?
This is the Flex
That's the
radio.
Flex.
That looks so nice. That looks so nice.
I hear somebody on 235.
Okay.
This is probably my favorite interface. And thank you to N1JUR. Thanks for the use of your radio. He's probably like, wait, I was going to try to contact you guys, but
Yeah.
I snagged
A little hard to do when
Look at that waterfall, though. Look at 40. It's packed.
that's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
And you're
Well,
on
the thing about
235?
Oh, there's an AM station up there. Yeah, it's 235. You
Ooh.
can't hear my audio. I don't have it turned on yet.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not
Call me,
seeing
Steve.
anything on yours.
Call me.
All right. Let's see if I lose my...
If he's transmitting, I can't hear him. There's Izzo.
I got nothing here. Can you hear me now, Shane?
I could hear Izzo.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have transmit set up correctly.
Probably not.
So who's controlling that right now? Is that Steve
I
or
am.
oh, you are? Okay. Can Steve override you?
Well, this is Eric's radio.
Not on
Steve's.
that.
Is the frequency? Oh, I got my mic set wrong.
Oops.
This happened the other night.
Gremlin.
I'm telling you, Windows.
What? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Somebody talk about the YLNet?
Yeah.
Was that a joke or was that serious?
No, it was a
No, that was
joke.
probably a joke. Look, it was Mike. Okay. Yep. Hang on, let me go.
See, I can hear Izzo in there.
Yeah.
I still don't have all my settings correct.
Mike is right.
That was
right in
Mike.
atmosphere. That was he's right in that atmospheric noise level. I hate that. I hate when that happens. That's frustrating.
I'm gonna I'm gonna tune off for a second. K5. I had this working the other night, and it.
November 8th, Yankee Oscar.
Oh, look at that. NAYO. And they're strong.
QSL, Don QSL. I'd like to let you know that the YL system that is starting up here, I heard someone starting that up, so the facility is occupied. Well, I am a good ham radio operator, and I will be happy to QSL. But can I please log you for the contact? Of course, Don, of course. Thank you for the contact. 73, November 8th, Yankee Oscar.
Oh, Lord.
What you QSY for? Yeah, there's a Golf India Sierra station calling you.
Okay, I'm afraid to ask. What happened?
There's a
what
Golf
did we
India
start?
Sierra station calling you. Take that contact.
Yeah.
What was it? Damn.
Golf India Sierra.
Shane, you can use it. There you go. Either way.
Oh, someone's taking over.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah, Eric logged in.
Okay.
Get that notch filter going.
Not too bad, not too bad. Driving you guys up as fast as I can on the chat, but anyway, just giving you a contact. I'm up in FM 7602. You're loud and clear, monthly perfect.
There's somebody tuning up just on the other side of us.
You know, it's amazing when N8YO drops. He's another guy. He drops the key and picks up a microphone.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
You know it's going to snow tomorrow.
Right. And there's some folks saying some things in the chat. I'm still getting used to this, getting to using this again, so bear with me. It's been a minute.
Well, right now, guys, I'm not listening to 7. What should I be doing right now?
Well, 7235 is on. I've got it on the stream, so we could hear you just fine.
Well, then I have to do this. Hang on. I got to mute this.
That's fine. We don't need to hear you. I don't think I did. Steve, did you transmit? I don't think I could hear you.
I tried, but I'm not hearing anything. So, because I'm seeing between an S7 and a S9 plus
there's
20.
someone like right next to us. There it is again. But the beautiful thing about the Flex radio is with this. I mean, this interface is fantastic.
One Foxtrot Yankee Golf. This is November 1 Oscar Golf. How copy, Hunter?
Oh, Izzo, you got N1OG calling you.
There you go.
He got frustrated.
November 1 Oscar Golf. November 1 Oscar Golf. This is Whiskey 1 Foxtrot Yankee Golf. Yeah, Roger, Whiskey 1 Foxtrot Yankee Golf. You're about 3333 here in New Hampshire, over.
Wow.
Yeah, and Mike says,
Whiskey 1 Foxtrot Yankee Golf. How did you get the stream come again, over?
Yeah, I bet he's got the heater on. How close are you to Paul?
I'm not sure.
Thanks for the contact. Thank you very much. I will not put you on the log, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put you in the logbook.
Roger, 873, and have yourself a wonderful evening.
Interstellar Starman, no. We're all barefoot. N1OG has a shack heater, and Joe Brett has a shack heater, but the rest of us are 100 watts.
Yep. Oh, you're about 5 miles from Paul. That's why.
That's why.
And Paul's got the amp on.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it does.
I may sort out my audio on there,
Yep.
so I may stay on 7235 after the show's done with tonight to see if I can get it sorted.
There you go. Well,
I
we
can
got
hear
3
Mike
minutes.
really
Do we want to
well.
go around? Yeah.
Yeah. I can hear Mike calling me. He's right at that. Texas to Connecticut. I'm not sure what kind. Again, I'm
On
just
40?
running on 40. That's incredible, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me mute this. Remove.
We're at the top of the hour.
Again,
gotta
we're
go to
going to
work.
be...
I can still hear it.
I know.
Okay.
Answer him for me.
There we go. Oh.
I got to figure out my default audio settings so that I can multitask. But anyway, yeah, let's go around the room. What you got going on? What's coming up? We'll put a bow on this puppy, and I'm going to go back on the radio for a little bit.
Okay.
So who wants
Shane,
to
let's
start
start with you
Who's gonna
tonight.
kick it off? Well, nothing new with me. Studying for my FAA written test. Trying to get that done by the end of this month for my commercial hot air balloon stuff. The flying is all done, so we've got to do the written and a check ride, and we're good to go. So that's been my big focus until I can get that knocked out. I am thinking about a video because I do have some things on the shelf over here that I promised some vendors that I would do, so I'll probably knock those out over the next couple of weeks. I got a multimeter and a couple of radios that need done. So I'm a man of my word. So if I took a product, I'll do the review. Just may not be on their timeline, but that's it, man. Here on Tuesday nights every week. This is my favorite hangout time. So glad to be here. Who's next?
Don, how about you?
Back to work. Back to work tomorrow. I guess I got to go eat a bag of potato chips in the sun.
Get them for next week.
Yeah, we'll pop a bottle of champagne. No, we're not going to do it next week. You want to know why? We've got a fantastic guest. We have 2 people coming on next week, and they're very, very excited to be here. We're excited to have them. So that's all we're going to say right now. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
So that's about
That
it from
works.
here. For me, hey, appreciate working everyone tonight.
Yeah.
And And K8 MRD Mike, yes, I heard you in there. I replied back to you. Maybe you didn't hear me, so it is what it is. But 40 meters from here, from Connecticut to Texas. That's the long haul. That's the long haul.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I'm just playing radio. I'm chasing POTA and anything else in between. So thanks, guys.
All right, Steve.
Yep. I've got another video set for next Tuesday. Not going to have time to get one out before Thursday. And I'm looking to start doing a couple of satellite videos.
Nice.
Nice. The egg
Looking
beater.
forward to seeing the
Definitely.
build on that
The
egg
egg
beater. Yeah.
The egg beater.
I got the egg beater, and I've got the log periodic, the elk. So I'm going to do
Nice.
some. I'm going to try to do a couple of POTAs on satellites.
Cool.
Nice.
At least get a few contacts in that way.
Yeah.
Sure.
that's awesome.
Absolutely.
But yeah, here on Tuesday nights, and might help if I turn the power up on the radio. I might be able to transmit.
Was it on 0?
It was because I was testing something earlier.
No wonder we couldn't hear you.
Brownies are ready.
Oh well.
Right? Brownies are ready. Exactly. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. We appreciate you being here. Thanks for all of our channel members. Thank you for all you do. Thanks for the super chats tonight. I got quite a few of them in there. We appreciate you as always. Love you.
Thank
See you next week. Have a good night.
Bye, everybody. Barbecue potato chips. Oh, serenity now.